Hello, loves. Welcome back. This week, I was talking to someone about meditating, and she said she wanted to go take a course on meditating. I thought about how we often overcomplicate things. So, this conversation I had with her was really eye opening because I've had this conversation with many people, and the point is, we are often going outside of ourselves to find our answers. We're searching outside of ourselves to find our answers. And we don't need to go anywhere. We don't need to go pay money or talk to anyone outside of ourselves for answers. So today we're really going to talk about how you hold it all within you. You've got the power. So our world is so caught up in labels, and we label ourselves on everything based on gender, sexuality, money, belief systems, and on and on and on. When we drop all of those labels, we are left realizing we are all the same. Now, of course, we are light in a human body. Granted, based on where someone's consciousness is at, some souls have a brighter light than others, just based on that. But we are really just wearing an outfit in this life and playing the part in a grand movie of life, right? So, transcendental, also known as TM meditation, has been all the rave this past decade. It's gained a ton of popularity with celebrities talking about it and saying that that's what they do and that's how, it's the best way to meditate. And so many people have followed suit in that of like, oh, because many times we put celebrities or people put celebrities on pedestals of thinking, oh, let's follow them, let's do what they're doing. And my client wanted to go and learn the TM meditation, but she didn't want to pay thousands to learn it because really it's very costly and that's what it takes. So I asked her why, why do you want to do this certain kind of meditation? And she said she had heard it was the only right way to do it, to really get into that certain state of meditation, which made me laugh because I have been meditating for so many years now and I don't do TM meditation. And I've been doing it for years and it's completely changed my life. And I know that it works because I've had amazing eye-opening experiences with it. So with TM meditation, you get this secret mantra. You're supposed to do it twice a day for 20 minutes a day. You have to be trained by a certified teacher, and you have to pay thousands. No, you don't. You do not need that kind of meditation. All you need to learn how to meditate is yourself. You need a quiet, safe space. You want it to be a place where you're not going to get interrupted. That's key. You don't want somebody busting in and startling you when you're in your middle of your meditation. And you need your lungs. It's that simple. And then you need 5 to 10 minutes. So I recommend people start small and then be consistent. That's the key, is you want to start small and be consistent. The two main things that I believe you need for everlasting change, that are changes that are going to stay with you, is to keep it simple and be consistent. It's very, very important. So I'm not saying that you can't go somewhere for guidance or support or community. If you want to go learn that and you have the money and you want to do those things, that's fine, of course. But I've had many mentors in my life. That's great. And I still do. And I wouldn't be where I am today without guidance. So I'm not saying that guidance isn't important. But what happens, the problem is when we think that we have to wait in order to start meditating, or we have to do it only a certain way. So I do want you to raise an eyebrow anytime you hear things like, this is the only way, or you must follow someone else for answers, or there's only certain people that have the answers. No. When we are putting ourselves here and putting other people on pedestals, such as gurus or, religious people or um, celebrities or whoever, I want you to step back and realize that you are just as special, loved, adored, and unique and powerful as they are. And being trained to meditate a certain way and thinking that's the only way is like saying that you need to take a course in prayer. This is something I don't hear people talk about. They don't say, oh, I need to go pay thousands of dollars to learn how to pray. And really, in as far as I'm concerned, prayer and meditation are like brothers and sisters. They're like hand in hand. And so, um, that's silly. Prayer is talking to the divine, and meditation is listening to the divine. So it's also interesting to me how religions are sometimes against meditation. Meditation is simply getting quiet enough to listen and go within, to listen to our own divine light within us. So, how could that be discouraged or wrong? Another belief that only certain people have is that only certain people have the power to heal. So I love this example of looking at Christ. Christ said these things over and over and over again of what's within me is within you, that you also have the power to heal and to create. And so, people put Christ way up here on a pedestal, which there's nothing wrong with that because he was an amazing example. But his messaging was, hey, realize that you are the same. We are the same. And so when people put themselves way down here, way below, that's where the problem is that you are just as beautiful and powerful and special, and you have that power to heal and the power to create and to really remember who you are. So I've had amazing experiences with healing. We are all here healers. It's not only certain genders, religious or righteous people, or being trained in certain energy modalities such as Reiki. Yes, I believe all of those people in those categories can heal too, but so can you. So at the base of it all is the power of love. That's really, really what it takes to heal, is to have that intention, to have love, and to focus on that. So I've had several experiences with my children, my husband, my clients, and myself where I simply closed my eyes and channeled love and light and saw these amazing healings occur. One time, my son, this last football season, this last fall, he injured his knee, and it was pretty bad. He thought he was going to be out for a while. And we came home and he was laying in his bed, and I said, okay, let's channel light. And him and I together, we channeled light into his knee. And of course we did the other things as well. We iced it. We did, the logical things. And the next day he was literally just out back on the field like nothing happened. He didn't miss a beat. And on the flip side of that, we also have the power to hold a space of worry. Anytime somebody gets injured, that's what we do a lot of time, or sick, we hold that space of worry. And so one time I was going on a trip. I had a trip planned with my daughter, who she was at the time 19 years old, and we were going to go out and tour this college. And her and I had never been on a trip, just the two of us. I had babies back to back when she was a teenager, and there was a lot of times where my energy was really, dispersed, and I was kind of being pulled every which way. Well, I was really, really looking forward to this trip with her because it was our one time where I was focused plainly on her, just on her. And I felt like she deserved that so much, and I wanted to be there for her. And the night before I left, my son started getting sick, and he had this high fever. He wasn't feeling well. And I just thought, oh no, please, please do not get sick, because for a couple reasons. Number one, a child usually wants their mama, when they're not feeling well. Another one is I couldn't have the babysitter over there if she needed to be with other kids, and her with her going to school and all of that. I didn't want to get her sick. And then on top of that, my husband had a really crazy work schedule at the time. And so I didn't want him to, it was just a big thing. So I laid with him, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and I literally remember hearing this voice, and it was my own internal intuition saying, "You are making him sick." Because I was holding this space of worry around him of, oh no, shoot, don't get sick. And to redirect that. And so I immediately redirected it and decided, okay, I'm going to hold this space of love, of light, of, everything's going to be fine, of calm around him. And the next morning we woke up and he was completely fine. And I went on my trip and he never ended up getting sick. So I don't tell you these things so that this is about me. This isn't about me. I'm telling you this so that the next time you're not feeling well or something happens to someone in your life, that you realize we have that ability to either hold a space of worry and fear and what we don't want to happen, or to use our power to heal and really hold that space of light and love and direct that into them. So another amazing experience that I saw was my niece. She ended up going into labor really early with her child, and it was a really scary situation. Her life was in danger, his life was in danger. It was a very um, just fragile experience. And I remember talking to my sister and my other niece, and just saying, and the father of the baby, and just saying, hey, let's be very, very aware of what we're holding in this space at the hospital, of the room, that people aren't coming in here in a state of panic, of worry, of drama, of stress, that they're coming in and holding this space for what we want to see occur here. We want to see miracles occur. We want health. We want love. We want light. We want this baby to really, really be infused with healing. And it was an amazing experience. The doctors and nurses were blown away at the just the beauty of how well things went and how quickly he recovered. And I really do believe that his mama, had such a big, beautiful way to bring in that love and that light to him and all of the people in that room. So it's really, really beautiful. So everything I do in my work, whether I'm coaching or doing a seminar or a podcast, my goal is always the same, always. And that is to remind you of the truth of who you really are, which is a powerful spiritual being playing the part of a human. And so remember that, my love, remember that. So stop looking to everyone else for answers when we do that. Get in the habit of getting quiet and going within. Ask yourself, when are you ever quiet and going within? We live in such a loud world, and we get in the habit of just constantly being bombarded with noise. I feel like sometimes I feel like the devices are taking over. And I feel like that in my house. And so, just doing these simple things to try to shut down the loud and get quiet. And so, we get in our car and we turn on the radio, and then we stop and go in and have conversations, and then we come home and we immediately turn on the lights and the TV and the music, and we go on a run and we've got our headphones on, and it's just loud, 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 loud all the time. And so really getting in the habit of giving yourself that respite, and that way that you can actually get that quiet and listen, and you know bring down that noise. It's funny because I'm the youngest of 9 children, and my mom always used to say, shh, 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 you guys be quiet, can you hear that? And we would all be like, what, I can't hear it. And eventually she would say, shh, 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 listen, silence. Oh, doesn't that sound beautiful? We would all be like, oh, mom, oh my gosh, because she would she would trick us into thinking there was something. And now as a mom, of course, I find that hilarious because I feel that. Oftentimes I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I just want some silence. So 3 simple steps to start going within and discovering your own power I'm going to share with you by listening. Okay. So these 3 steps are going to bring some quiet into your world and help you start to get in tune with your own internal guidance system and start listening. So number 1, of course, meditation. If you're not meditating yet, start meditating, and you can keep it very, very simple. So uh, I'm going to give you some different meditation techniques as well at the end here, but just getting quiet. Number 2, quiet drives. So this is a really easy way to just have, super simple, bring some quiet into your life. So you can get in the habit of, let's say, just one of your commutes, whether it's to or from. So going to the store, dropping your kids off, going to work, just turn the noise off on the way there or the way back. But get in the habit of just doing that on one of the ways that you're driving. Number 3, a mindfulness walk. This is a really great way to go outside and just have no sound. Just listen to the natural sounds, the birds chirping or the kids playing in the yard that you pass or whatever. But don't have your music on, don't have any headphones on, just listen to the natural sounds. That's a really, really beautiful way to bring the mindfulness into your life. So I have a printable for simple meditation techniques that I am going to offer for you to print out. So you can go to my Instagram page at Jen Suliafu and print out that printable for super simple meditation techniques. And please like and subscribe this channel so that you can get notified when I post another channel or another video. And thanks for being here. Remember, you've got all the power, my love. So much love to you now, and we'll see you next week.